quickly go through the Declaration of Power show. As we talked about before, you get the King of Pro Wrestling Provisional Championship. In what I just read is a Who's Your Daddy match. What that means, I have zero idea. But it's a Who's Your Daddy match for the King of Pro Wrestling Championship. Shingo Takagi and El Fantasma. What's a Who's Your Daddy match?
You know, I have no idea, but I'm guessing if ELP has anything to do with the planning process of it, it's going to involve diapers, it's going to involve bottles, and it's going to involve spanking. So we'll probably see a combination of these things.
I love both these men, but I have no desire to watch them have a goofy, stupid comedy match. Sorry to say.
I am very concerned about the quality of match that they are going to have, just because, as I mentioned, I am expectant of these kind of behaviors out of ELP, but not out of Shingo. So it will be interesting to see how it goes.
Another match is going to, but actually going to skip this one because this one actually has been canceled, being that, as far as I know, it's been canceled due to Kushida not being part. But you must be happy about this one. He's making his return to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Look at him. He looks like a widow Shibata. It's an eeny weeny Shibata. And let me tell you, just the development that I've seen from Red Narita. I was a huge fan of him before he left and went on excursion with Tsuji and with Yu Uemura. To see how he has progressed, not in little individual steps, but leaps and bounds in his technical prowess. You can just tell how passionate and how dedicated he is to the work that he does. I cannot wait to see this guy again. I would say he's going to probably rival Zack Sabre Jr. when he gets back. I would love to see those two tangle up and see what Zack Sabre Jr. Has to teach him. Because as we know, every time you get into the ring, you are learning something different from your opponent. I feel that Ren Narita could learn a whole heck of a lot from someone like Zack Sabre Jr. or even Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah. So actually, I'm going to pop back to this one. This is still on the schedule as Kushida versus Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. But there was a comment made by Chris Charlton that he did say that Taiji Ishimori is going to have to look for a new challenger, because I don't know how long Kushida is going to be out with the foot and mouth disease that he had. So. This is a maybe it might happen match, so I'm not 100% sure.
We will see when we get there, I guess.
It's still listed, but after the comments I heard from Charlton, I don't know if this is going to happen. Again, it's still, as of recording, this is on the 29th. He still has about 11 days, but it depends. Like, you don't know, right?
Okay.
And the match that a lot of the Burning Spirit tour and since the G1, what they've been building is Okada versus Jonah. This is going to be huge, I think, for both men. And as of me checking the schedule or looking at the rundown, it's listed as a special singles match. So as far as I know, it is not for the briefcase, which is very much surprises me, being that Jonah did beat him. Usually the people that beat the winner get a shot at the briefcase after the tournament's over. But I know at one point they said Okada was going to have another match with Naito, but it wouldn't be for the briefcase. So I guess it's the same premise. I think they're just saying it's that Okada's going with Okada for January 4th. I'm just surprised. So there's a possibility, being that the briefcase is on the line. I think that Jonah might be getting the win here.
I have to agree, given how dominant he has been on the Burning Spirit Tour, as well as even in the G1 and the undercard matches during the G1 Tour. He has just been undeniably dominant, not pinned, not submitted. His only 2 losses were countouts. He doesn't lose.
No.
And most particularly against the Rainmaker. I think Okada, if he does manage to pick up a win, it's going to have a high cost indeed.
Yeah, I really think so. This is going to be, I think the athleticism from both men in this match is going to be top notch, and I'm super excited to see what happens. But the main event of Declaration of Power, something that's been building since Jay White kicked Tama Tonga out of the Bullet Club, a team that Tama founded. You got to remember that he was a founding member of the Bullet Club and just got kicked out. This is going to be personal. It's going to be hard hitting. It is going to be athletically pleasing, I think, because both these men have the ability to have some incredible matches. I'm looking forward to this match so much, and I think it's going to come to a factor of how much does Gato play a factor in this match, and how much does Yato factor in to negate Gato. That's a big question in this one.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to think that being that it is a title match, that it would be a straight up honorable one-on-one match. However, we know where Bullet Club, and more particularly where Jay White, is concerned, that is not going to be the case. I think that Gato will obviously play some kind of part in it. I don't know how much. I want to hope that it's not a lot. I want to be able to focus on the intensity and the emotions happening within with these two. That also being said, I feel that Gato and Giotto are probably not going to be the two only factors within this. And I'm actually kind of hopeful by this point that maybe a certain other brother that has been missing may be able to make his return to maybe.
I just don't want to see. I just don't want. The only thing I don't want with this match is to see a Doc. That's all I don't want. That's all I want is not to see a Doc.
You know, I mean, if we see Anderson, we're probably going to see Gallows. He doesn't seem to be able to go very far.
This is the one match where I'm okay with the only two people that are getting involved in this match being Giotto and Gato. I'm really hoping it's only those two.
Yeah.
I really am.
So that being said, I think we have come to the end of our obnoxiously long.
Sorry about that. We just had a lot to talk about.
Puroresu review. If you are interested in watching NJPW, you can go to their website, www.njpw-world.com. We'll leave the link in the description box below. The cost is going to be the same as the Stardom one, so it's 920 yen, depending on where you are. Your dollar will change.
$10 in Canada or
yeah,
US.
I'm paying $10 a month for NJPW. I find it worth it. It gives me access to all of their old stuff as well as some new stuff and CMLL, so you don't want to miss out on that.
So I want to give a big shout out to our friends at Backbreaker Media, Mike the Rep. You can check him out up here at Backbreaker Video on YouTube, down here on Twitch, where he live streams multiple times a week at Mike the Ref. You could be watching us on our Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, or maybe you're watching us on Backbreaker Video. Either way, we're thankful for you to checking this out. You can check us out here, Andre Melball Talk. You can see our Twitters and our Instagrams down below. Our Twitch isn't quite up and running yet. We have that channel, but it isn't quite running yet. And
that being said, also, we are going to be back again next week for our next episode of the Stardom Grand Prix review, where we're going to finally break down the finals. I've been watching one of the last nights. Man, this last show has been incredible so far. You guys don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah.
That being said, I think we have come to the conclusion here. I am your Melville. That is your Andre. Adios.